Alright, 60. Oh my god. 100k. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Also, I'm almost dead. Yep. 200k. Nice. Well, hello there. Look, it's Hu Tao. It's been... We're on my Polearm only account today, and it's been a friggin' heck of a long time since I got Hu Tao. Specifically, if we go to the archive here, it has been, let's see, since February 7th, 2023. So it's been about a year and over a year and 2 months. I have spent a year, basically, well, okay, I wasn't just farming for Hu Tao, right? Because I spent time farming not only this set, but, well, this was almost entirely for Hu Tao. I'll get into it. And you might be confused why I'm even using this set on a Polearm only account. It will make sense soon. Anyways, I spent a very long time, you know, farming for Shimenawas, and that was also for farming Emblem, because Emblem is very useful on this account. The end result on my Polearm only account is a build that looks like this, which when you factor in the Marshal crit rate stacks, that's a 94% crit rate build with 278 crit damage, and a little bit of ER, which I don't know if it's actually necessary to have that ER. I haven't like done the math to see if she needs it, but being able to burst. Oh, I forgot. The Hutao is not perfected yet. I need to finish one thing real quick. Oh my god. Well, that explains why I didn't do it. I don't even have enough to get these. Hello, sir. It is only appropriate if we use Hu Tao. Oh, there's two. I'm so lucky. It's only appropriate if we use Hu Tao to kill them. This is a terrible showing of Hu Tao's damage here. Anyways, we got the drops we needed. Yay. Level up. Blam. There we go. Now Hu Tao is perfected. Triple crowned. This is a C1 Hu Tao with Staff of Homa, by the way. But yes, so what I was trying to say before is part of the farming I've been doing has not been just for one artifact set. It's been for multiple artifact sets. In fact, let me switch to my Shimenawa's build so you can see what that looks like. Because Shimenawa's before Chevreuse released on this account, Shimenawa's is what I was using on Hu Tao for a long time. But once Chevreuse started to come into beta, I basically farmed Marshal Hunters for about 3 months straight, and ended up getting the Marshal build on her, which is definitely better than her Shimenawa's build if I'm using her with Chevreuse, but I'll explain that in a little bit. Alright, so on 4-piece Shimenawa's, this is what her build looks like, which is still a very, very strong Hu Tao build, to be completely clear. Like, ridiculously high-quality artifacts for Hu Tao. The timepiece is the only relatable piece on her. Everything else is yeah. On a normal account, by the way, you do want to use an EM timepiece instead of a HP timepiece like I use on this account. But because this is a Polearm only account, there's no way to make Hu Tao react, like get vaporizes consistently. Candace does not apply enough hydro for Hu Tao, so therefore it just makes more sense to go like raw mono pyro damage for Hu Tao, which means putting an HP timepiece on her is ideal. But I will show a build with her with an EM timepiece that gets some quite frankly ridiculous numbers when you're fighting an enemy that's always affected by hydro. So yeah, this Shimenawa's build is very good. Normally the teams I've used in this account with the Shimenawa's build, if you haven't seen any of my Polearms only stuff, were mono pyro variations. So something like this, right, where I can swap teams around. I can swap Xiangling, swap Xiao out for different characters, swap Zhongli to Toma. But generally speaking, it's just mono pyro Hu Tao. Try to increase Hu Tao's pyro damage through, you know, VV with Xiao on this account. Obviously, I'm only using Xiao for VV because it's a Polearm only account. Then have Xiangling for more pyro damage. Wham blam, Hu Tao gets a bunch of damage. In fact, you know, let's go show this real quick. And as cope as this team looks, by the way, when you are at high enough of an investment level, you're gonna see Hu Tao doing some charge attack damage that's at the same level of what many people would expect to get for their vaporizes for Hu Tao. Is what I would basically say. So this Hu Tao does a lot of damage, that's all I'm saying. And swirl pyro and start doing Hu Tao things. Slam, nice 58Ks, seems decent. Yeah, so yeah, near 60,000 damage, right, from a charge attack is quite a lot for non-reaction damage from Hu Tao. And yeah, this build is pretty strong. That's all I can really say. And with her skill, by the way, she goes up to about 4,300 attack. Because she's so good at buffing herself, she can still deal competent amounts of damage without having to react. Once you get as invested as I do into her build, that's kind of the story. Is the more invested I have been in Hu Tao, the more freed I feel from the normal requirements of like, you gotta vape with Hu Tao, right? So, anywho's, this build is very good, and this is what I've used to clear many an abyss on Polearms only. But the new build is not going to get, well, it's a little bit variable, but the Marshalsay's build can get similar like charge attack numbers, but it gets to them much more consistently because, you know, having 20% more crit rate is pretty nice. And notably the Marshalsay's build, because this set, you know, absorbs your energy, lets me burst consistently with Hu Tao, so that's extra damage out. So the biggest number we see is not going to be that much higher on Marshalsay's. Ultimately, it just, you know, vastly increases our average damage, rather than just, you know, the specific damage number we see on screen. By the way, Bennett is a loadout character on Polearms only, that's why he's equipped with stuff. Okay, and the Marshalsay's build, by the way, for comparison, gets about 3,998 attack compared to the 4,300 attack, because of course it's 2-piece charge attack bonus instead of 2-piece attack percent. You know, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, but a little bit less attack, but obviously much more higher crit. This does not have full stacks built up yet. And yeah, this is what I'm going to use in the thumbnail, of course, because it looks much better for the thumbnail. But let's switch back over to this overload team here. Chevreuse with Hu Tao. Basically, let's actually go heal Chevreuse here to show like the what actually happens in practice. Basically though, Hu Tao, normally you want to be under 50% health with her because she gets, you know, 33% pyro damage bonus. So after you do one skill, you know, the next rotation you'll do her skill again, she'll be under 50% health, right? So normally you don't want to use a healer that's going to heal her over 50% health, except for if you have C6 Chevreuse, like I do on Polearms only. This is more pyro damage bonus given to Hu Tao than she is lost. And notably, Chevreuse also heals in multiple ticks in like 2-second spacings. Now my Chevreuse is on a healing focus build, so you saw she gets, you know, healed up to full in only like 3 ticks there, which you would think, oh, there's no way that keeps up enough uptime on the Marshalsay stacks, right? Because basically what's happening is we're draining, and then we're using Chevreuse to heal up Hu Tao, and those are, you know, losing and gaining HP, which is giving us crit stacks, right? So we're at 82%, heal again, we're at 94%, that's max stacks. But then after she's at full health, she's not healing again, she's not draining, of course, because she's not like Nubilet, where she's constantly draining, not like Farina causing constant drain. So eventually she goes and loses it, right? But the question is, does she keep up the crit rate stacks long enough? Because the stacks last for 5 seconds with max of 3 stacks. As long as she keeps up those stacks to the end of her infusion duration from her skill, that means this set makes a lot of sense on her. And notably, by the way, C6 Chevreuse does not require using Chevreuse with the full Electro Party teammates. I'm just using full Electro Party teammates because it's still very good to have the resistance shred and the attack bonus from Chevreuse. Anyways, let me actually demonstrate here. So the general rotation would look something like, you know, do Chevreuse EQ, do U, and then do U. And we're going to get some healing ticks. Do some dashes, and then once we run out of infusion... Okay, do we still have 94%? Yes, we do. There you go. We keep up the crit rate stacks even with Chevreuse on a high healing build throughout Hu Tao's full infusion. And what I normally do, though, is I actually don't normally have Chevreuse on this build. This is a healing focused build that I was using for buffing Sino a little bit more, and I might be using for buffing a different Pyro Polearm in the future. And by the future, I mean like in 3 days. So let me put Chevreuse back on her DPS build, because basically putting Chevreuse on a DPS build will make her heal Hu Tao less, and healing Hu Tao less can be good because that means Hu Tao can actually eventually... she will get down to under 50% health and still get the 50% pyro damage bonus from some mix of just being slightly HP negative with a combo of a lower healing build on Chevreuse, in conjunction with the fact that she might take damage from enemies, right? Because I have no shielder here. Although I oftentimes do play this team with Thoma instead of Xiangling here. Alright, Chevreuse is back on her DPS build. Let's do this somewhat properly, although the only problem is... okay, well, it's actually good that I did my damage there. Let's just... So we're getting 50k, right? 50k is obviously less than the 58k we were getting before, but again, the average damage is much, much higher because of the crit rate, and normally I'd be able to use my burst too, right? And that enables getting a bunch of additional damage per rotation as well. So yeah, this is the new team that I've been using Hu Tao the most with this new build, and at this point, this is the build I consider perfect for Hu Tao. Like it's it's basically impossible. Like, I could technically get a better circlet, right, by having more crit rolls or more HP rolls, but it's going to be hard to get a circlet with higher stat value than this. These flat HP rolls is equivalent to as if I had another max roll of HP, right? And then this goblet is a really high stat value on-set goblet. This is a ridiculous piece, obviously, and then this is a ridiculous piece, obviously, and then this is a very good piece as well. I could theoretically, you know, something that this would technically be better as far as average damage potentially. If the crit rate and crit damage were swapped. Obviously, if I put this on her, she would have too much crit rate. Although technically, I guess now that I think about it, it's possible I could end up getting a crit damage circlet, like, I don't know, this one, and get even bigger numbers from her. So, yeah, I guess. Sure. You know, I guess let's try this build. This will be fine, but consistency and damage performance is the name of the game. So I don't really think this is going to be meaningfully better. It's going to be a lot worse as far as average damage, so I don't recommend this. We gained about 30% crit damage and lost about more crit rate than we gained in crit damage, basically. So this is not worth doing, but hey, it's over 300 crit damage, so I can't not test it out, I suppose. Alright, don't have burst up on anyone, but it's fine. Alright, ow. Okay, to you. We don't really need to burst on Chevreuse, it'll be fine. And let's go to town. 51k, nice. I forgot to cancel properly. And the fun of doing Raiden then is we do Raiden and we do some damage and rotation, refill some bursts. Raiden is, okay, don't die. Raiden is not a useless character on this account, or sorry, on this team, I should specify. And as you can see, DPS Chevreuse is fun as well. And now we're getting 56k, nice, 60k, and now we're getting over. Oh, why did we go over there? I cannot see what is happening. He should be dead already. Forgot to use my burst the previous rotation. It's fine. And Raiden's dead. Okay. This guy always manages to kill one of my characters. Okay. Oh my gosh, stop it. He's still alive. Okay, no, die please. No, stop attacking the slime Hutao. She died. But I killed him too. It's fine. Despite what that looked like, that was still probably the quickest I have ever dealt with Rocky. Wait, no, that's not Rocky. That's Liam. Liam's a butthole, and I still dispatched him easily with this team. If it weren't for the environment and that pyro slime, I probably would have comfortably done that without dying. Probably. I want to show you what happens when we put this Hu Tao on an EM timepiece instead of this timepiece. So I have this really, really ridiculous offset, unfortunately, and this could have been an onset piece, EM timepiece, and this is what her crit ratio looks like with EM. Don't have energy on Raiden, that's probably fine. I could do more skills on you, but you would die too fast, I think. Okay, I didn't even see what the biggest number there was. It died too fast. I know I've seen over 100k charge attacks on this build before, but we'll also try this mighty butthole. I might have to switch to Tome over this one because, you know, it do some damage. Alright, 60. Oh my god. 100k. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Also, I'm almost dead. Yep. 200k. Nice. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, yes, do that. Do a crap ton of damage with Chevreuse. Oh, she's dead. Okay. Well. Oh, freaking thing. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna switch Xiangling to Toma so we can actually kill Vivian. Yeah, this is the team I technically end up using most in the Abyss because I like having Xiangling free for a different team. Specifically, I like using this team in Abyss on this account, so Xiangling is, you know, nice for enabling melts on Rosaria, basically. Anyways, let's do this here. Alright, and do this. Okay. Oh, okay. Really? Alright. Don't you kill me. 90,000, not bad. 100,000, there we go. I'm being terrible at canceling my dashes, but it's fine. Let's do a big bout of Raiden damage. I don't think I actually had overload resistance, but it's fine. No, no, no. Okay, do this. No, no. I refuse. No, no, no! Frick! It's fine. It's fine. If I had C4 Toma for less energy, I wouldn't need to use an ER timepiece on Toma, and then Vivian would have died without Hu Tao dot. But it's fine because I got Chevreuse on a DPS build to take care of the scraps. Local legends are pain. You get the point. Yeah, Hu Tao. This level of investment of a Hu Tao build on this team is pretty strong. Is pretty strong. And I'm gonna show you it in Abyss just to prove that the team works in the the other endgame content that isn't just the local legends. All right, this should be properly discussing. Let's see how this goes. And do the Chevreuse. Blam, blam, and go down with Hutao. And okay, I need to dash cancel better, but hey, one of them's dead already. And do that. That. We're not gonna ride and burst in this instance. Why would I? Alright. Yep. One interesting thing, I'm redoing this chamber so to see if I can have a better clear, but one interesting thing with this team is the dynamic of switching between Raiden and Hutao makes it so it doesn't really have, I mean, you could say it has a longer than typical rotation, which is like a 20-second rotation, or it just kind of has no specific set rotation at all. It's a use whatever characters are convenient, characters' abilities that are convenient at the time. Rotation is what I would describe it as. You're dead. Where are you? God, stop moving around. Wow. Bam. There we go. It was still a minute and a half clear, not bad. Chicken was a joke. Oh, Chamber 2 is interesting because it has both Pyro and Electro-immune enemies, but we just make sure we kill the... Yep, there we go. And kill that. Alright, and then we have to kill the Pyro ones with Raiden. So gotta be a little bit smart here, but look at that. And these things are pyro resistant. Okay, so Chamber 2 is kind of terrible for... Okay. I think I was wrong in picking the first half. Oh well. You stop. There we go. Okay. Still not bad, to be clear. I should not use Toma here because of these buttholes mechanic. I'm just going to rely on healing from Chevreuse and Hutao's own healing. The Overload's a little bit inconvenient with these guys. Hey, I just stagger them, prevented that one dude from doing his attack. And you should die in short order. There you go. Okay. Fortunately, I didn't clear on this side because this enemy is annoyingly awkward to fight with circle impact issues. I actually used a Sino team. I actually used a Sino Chevreuse team to deal with the previous 3-star clears for this chamber, but you know that was still doable. I think with those two teams. I'm just not gonna bother for this video. All right, and may as well show Coppelius here. Okay, let's not die. Try to iframe some. Oh, I did that too early. I wanted to use that burst to iframe the animo shots or cryo shots, whatever. The shots from the dude around the edge. You know what I'm talking about. All right, do that. Do this. Oh god, don't kill me. That's 100k there. And you're dead. That was 42 seconds on Coppelius. And the mech was no problem. That chamber's easy. Only real problematic chamber with this account is Chamber 2. Chamber 2 is just a mix of goofy issues with the mechanical cube that are annoying and the first side that is annoying because of the specters and the husks that like punish me for using Zhongli, so it's forcing me to do other unoptimal things, blah 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 blah. This Hu Tao build that I have settled on after the whole, like, basically Euro farming for this stupid character is done. I can't fathom a build I would need on Hu Tao that doesn't cover my needs in this account past this point. Even if there was, you know, a better Hydro Polearm or something, right? One that could enable her to vape consistently in the future. There's nothing that could necessitate me farming more. Is my current feeling. I do not think it is necessary to farm as much as I did for Hu Tao for normal accounts, because you have more avenues to use, you know, to doing vape, for example, to increase your damage rather than having to invest this much in artifacts and whatever. But it should at least show you that something like, you know, doing Hu Tao mono pyro variation in a Chevreuse team is actually more than functional, and is a way to enable martial say hunters on her that could be worth considering if you're like bored of playing Hu Tao's existing hydro vape teams or whatever, right? Anywho's, I look forward to 3 days from now when Hu Tao might get replaced. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how good Arlecchino is.